What is up, guys? Peach here with another Destiny video. Today is Arms Day, so let's go over here to Banshee and see what he's got for us this week. So, first up this week, we have the Zarinaea D auto rifle. A lot like the Arminius D, it's got a little bit less of a rate of fire and a little bit more impact, but it's still a pretty good auto rifle. And it's got a really nice roll right here this week. We've got Hot Swap, it's got Counterbalance, and Braced Frame, which basically puts the stability to max. So this is definitely the one I'd pick up. This one's pretty awesome. It'll be a lot of fun. And that's pretty much the best roll you can get on it. We'll look at the other ones real quick. This one has Danger Close. Persistence is nice, but not great. Not the best. It's got Snapshot, Hand Loaded, which gives it a little bit more range, and then Rifle Barrel, which gives it even more range. And then coming over here to the middle one, it's got Danger Close as well, Rodeo, which reduces the recoil, but I've never really liked the way Rodeo feels. It's got Snapshot, Fitted Stock, which barely increases the stability, and then Rifled Barrel again. So again, I definitely go with this Zarinaea D with the Counterbalance and the Braced Frame, which pretty much maxes out the stability. Moving on to the Suros ARI 41. This weapon is, again, another auto rifle that I like. It's got pretty much the same rate of fire and impact stats as the Zarinaea D just did. However, this one didn't really have a super great roll this week. I always look for stability, and this one itself does not have any stability perks. Let's look at the other ones and see what they have. This is the one that I really wanted to have a stability perk because it has glass half full. It's got injection mold. The reason I don't like this though is it takes away almost all the range. So I'm not a big fan of that. We could always put Hammer Forged on there and get that back, but at the same time, it's just a lost game. This is probably the best one because of glass half full and the range stat, and the stability stat, even though you're losing it. Because this one, you have Fitted Stock, which gives it a little bit, and Small Bore, which gives it a little bit, but glass half full is really a nice perk. So I'll leave it up to you guys. These two are the best, the first one and the second one. I'm going to go with the second one because of glass half full. The bottom half of each magazine causes additional damage. Then we've got the Suros DIS-43 Scout Rifle. This thing can be a real beast depending on the roll, and unfortunately this week that's not happening. This one's the best one because it's got a little bit of a stability perk and a range perk. You also got Single Point Sling. However, none of these this week have a great roll at all. A little bit of a stability here. You've got maxed range, but that's not really what you're looking for all the time because you can pretty much hit almost anybody with the Scout Rifle, no matter what, from any range. So honestly, if you're looking for a really nice roll on this one, I'd keep it for another week. None of them this week are great, so I'd keep it around. So let me switch over to my Warlock and we'll look at the rest of the guns from this week. Alright guys, so we're back on my Warlock, so let's go ahead and see what the rest of the weapons are from this week. So first off, we have the JLB-47 rocket launcher, and there's two possible ones that I think could be good. Now obviously one with grenades and horseshoes is always my go-to, and it's got Single Point Sling, which is nice because that means you can switch to it and off of it a lot quicker. However, there's also one with tripod this week. The reason I say this is because tripod's really nice, and I would suggest this for something like PvE, not necessarily PvP, unless you have the Take Not helmet or you're just really good with hitting people with rockets even without grenades and horseshoes. So this one could be nice with the tripod. However, my ultimate recommendation is still to go with this one with grenades and horseshoes because grenades and horseshoes. So this is the one I would go with. So that's the one I'm going to pick up right now because that is a fantastic rocket launcher. And then thirdly, we have the Jinyu Kogo D shotgun. And I'm not a shotgun guy, so I don't really know which one's the best. However, none of them really have any range perks. This one's kind of nice because it's got close and or personal and knee pads. So this is probably the one I'd go with if I had to choose. It's got lightweight as well, perfect balance, and then hand light stock, which increases the stability but no range. So that's not the one I would choose. This one over here, we've got close and/or personal again. We got full auto. Flared Magwell, which just increases the reload. Fitted stock, which increases our stability a bit, and then oiled frame, which increases the reload but decreases the range, so don't with that one. And then finally our middle one. We've got Last Resort and knee pads with Flared Magwell. Hand loaded, which increases the range a little bit, but it not by much. There's not a ton of range difference there. And then we've got hand laid stock, which decreases the range again. So honestly, I don't really know which one's the best. That's all up to personal preference. I'd probably go with this one, but at the same time, it's just going to become legendary marks for me. Alright, and moving on to our field test weapons, we've got the Hacky auto rifle to use against Fallen. We've got a Suros auto rifle to use in the Crucible. We've got the Amalan fusion rifle to use against Vex Minotaurs. We've got the Suros pulse rifle to use against Vex targets. And then finally the Amalan sniper to use against Fallen Captain. So we got almost all PvE ones this week, which is nice. Should be pretty easy. Use that to increase your gunsmith rank. There's really only stuff at rank 2, 3, and 5. Other than that, it's just getting packages, which could contain some weapons with decent rolls. You never know. You won't know until you open it. Alright, and then moving on to our next week's items, we've got the Zarinaea D again. That's the auto rifle we had this week from Hacky. They actually had a really nice roll, so if you got that roll, you don't have to pick it up, but I still would. You never know, there might be a better one on the horizon. Now we've got the Amalan Kumatak HD4 hand cannon. It's got pretty decent impact and rate of fire combined, so I'd pick it up. Legendary hand cannons are starting to get a little bit better, I think, or at least I've been starting to use them a bit more, and they're pretty consistent. So pick it up. We'll see how it is. We'll see what the rolls are. We've also got the Suros PDX-41. This pulse rifle can be fantastic with a great stability roll, so definitely pick this one up. And if there's no good rolls next week, hang on to it because this can be a great pulse rifle. Then we've got the Suros JLB-42, very similar to the 47 that we saw today. Pick it up, wait for grenades and horseshoes, roll, and you're set. And then finally we've got the Hacky Tamar D shotgun. Sorry, sniper rifle. I don't know why I thought it was the shotgun for whatever reason, but it's the sniper rifle. It's got a high rate of fire, lower impact, so I'm not the biggest fan of it. However, depending on your playstyle, whether it's in Crucible or PvE, you might enjoy this more than I do. So pick it up if you want to. So anyway guys, that's it for me today. Hopefully you enjoyed Arms Day this week, and let me know which roll was your favorite and which guns that you picked up this week. And as always, peach out.